So hello race fans, how are you doing? The day on which I'm recording this episode is January 25th. Welcome to the Tarig Motorsports Show. This is all about motorsports, all things motorsports related, okay? All the things that I enjoy, even things that sometimes I don't enjoy, but I'm sort of interested in. These are the kinds of things that I really check out and that I really talk about. And this episode is really about, talking about the Dakar Rally, and we're also talking about Monte Carlo that just passed this weekend. So, without further ado, I kind of want to dive into that. Well, actually, before I get to that, follow me on my social medias on Instagram on Instagram at Tyreek Waldron, and on Twitter and TikTok at the Big Ticket 07. I am doing stuff on TikTok, making my little videos and little clips and all that kinds of stuff. Some insightful questions, some insightful conversations. Go ahead and follow me on TikTok. And if you want to reach me or have conversations with me, by all means, head on over to Twitter at the Big Ticket 07. That's the best place to reach me and the best place to interact with me altogether. Outside of that, though, the Dakar Rally, it had some big news. This had some big news in its passing. Not only with a legend passing away, but also with a current contender passed away. Now, I just want to start this off with a quote by Eckhart Tolle. The reason why some people love to engage in dangerous activities such as mountain climbing, car racing, and so on, although they may not be aware of it, is that it forces them into the now. That intensely alive state that is free of time, free of problems, free of thinking, free of the burden of the personality. Now, in my concept, I just like the thrill of speed. I just like that thrill, and I feel as though if I'm never in that thrill, then I'm not really pushing my limit. You know what I'm saying? And if you feel comfortable, I think that's another quote too. If you're feeling comfortable, then you're not going fast enough. But either way, this is not a laughing matter. Rider Pierre Chirpin, he passed away at 52 after sustaining head injuries from a crash off of his motorbike into the Dakar Rally, and I believe the 7th stage. He ended up passing away during transport from one of the, I believe, Saudi hospitals to a French one. He passed away during that transport, and definitely this was his fourth Dakar and definitely a sad sight to see. He underwent neurosurgery and was stabilized, but like I said, he passed away during transfer in a medical plane. He was competing in the original by Motul. He was in 77th position in general standings. For those of you that don't know, the Dakar Rally or Rally Raid is just a long and variety-based rally. Basically, they run for about, I want to say, what's the conversion between kilometers and let's find out, shall we? So, they can run approximately 20 to 30 kilometers, or that's, I'd say 10 to 15 or 20 miles. And if you think about it, of all off-road terrain and all that stuff, some of them do run longer, but this is just to give everybody a real, grasp of what it is. Some of these do run much longer, but that's just a general thing, and it is all off-road, and you have to follow like GPS navigation and all that stuff to figure out where you have to go. There are fuel stops as you go. Obviously, I believe it's just one sector that's only about 20-something miles or 20 miles or something like that. So add it all together, because there are plenty of fuel stops and all that stuff as well, and team stops where you have to, do repairs on the fly, do repairs by yourself. That's one of the things about the Dakar Rally. It really pushes that knowledge of your vehicle, like how well drivers and all that stuff can know about their vehicle, because they really do. In case something goes wrong, they really have to fix what exactly is happening. Like, they have to do it on the road, like they're like miles away from their team. They really have to figure it out and really have to get it done. It's not necessarily like rally where they might be like within, like they could drive up and get them or something like that at the end of the stage or something, or marshals can move them out the way. No, marshals are usually pretty far. The closest thing is the helicopter cam, and maybe a film crew. That's about it, man. But definitely a sad sight for for chirping for Pierre to pass away, and my condolences to his family. And I mean, I don't know what's going on with you know, all the things that's happening, but hopefully they're holding their head up. Now, I mean, I could dive into it really, but I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about the actual event, feeling that, you know, I kind of got that, you know, out into the air. Obviously, there was a legend that passed away. I have no idea what his name was, because I'll be honest with you, me and the Dakar Rally don't really have an extensive history, okay? I mean, I could just look it up. Let's see. Okay, that didn't work. Hubert Oriol, he passed away. He actually participated in some of the first Dakar rallies, and he was one of the first people to win, actually, I think in the motorbike category as well as the car or truck category as well. He's definitely someone who has history within the Dakar society and the Dakar, you know, environment and all that stuff, and he's definitely someone who was well respected, and he has passed away at the age of 68. I'm not sure from what, but he has passed away. Now, going into the actual event, okay, the Dakar Rally was from January 10th to January 15th. I was supposed to do the episode way earlier than this, but I just wasn't into it, and I would rather, you know, take some time and do it again, or take some time to try it again, and really give you guys some really insightful stuff. Now, going into it, Kevin Benavidez, he clinched his first Dakar Rally title on Friday's 12th and final stage. Now, Honda had back-to-back wins with the motorcycle class, okay? That's from 2019, that's from 2020 and 2021, okay? I believe, I'm not 100% sure if they actually did stuff last year, but that's besides the point. They have back-to-back wins from the last Dakar Rally event to this Dakar Rally event. Honda now has back-to-back wins, something that hasn't been done ever. Okay, now with the bikes, the final standings, Kevin Benavidez, the stuff that I really paid attention to, I'll be honest, was the bikes, the cars, and then I just checked over a couple of the other championships. That's really all I cared about, was the bikes and the cars. They have trucks, they have UTVs, you know, the side-by-sides, they got quads, they got cars, like I stated, they got bikes, then they have like original style bikes and all that stuff. Like, it's a lot, it's a good variety of content, and it's a good variety of entertainment that happens within the Dakar Rally. And if anyone is interested in off-road racing, by God, I recommend it for you. If I keep going with it, shoot, like I said, with the bikes in the final standings, it was Kevin Benavidez first with Honda. Number 2 was Ricky Brabeck. With Honda, number 3 was Sam Sunderland with KTM, Daniel Sanders with KTM, and then Skylar Howes with KTM. That's 3, 4, and 5. Now, the thing that I really want you guys to understand when I said the major distance and how the actual the rally raids are actually done, you follow and navigate. You have to kind of navigate on the fly of where you're going. And in most races, the distance between 1st and 5th might be a few minutes. With the Dakar Rally, it's about an hour and a half, and that's between the motorcycles. I believe it was an hour, or I believe it was 52 minutes or something like that. Now, in the cars, it was about an hour and a half, most definitely, but with the bikes, it was about 52 minutes. Now, Honda, like I said, they had a 1-2 finish, and that was the first time they had a 1-2 finish since 1987. I believe that's the only group that really struck with a 1-2 finish. I'm pretty sure there might be some other ones, but it's definitely limited for a 1-2 finish on how many teams have actually gotten that done. Now, you know, in the cars final standings, you have Stefan, I don't know how to say these people's names, Peter Hansel with Mini, and then you have his actual, like, real competition for this actual series was Nassar Al-Attiyah. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably butchering the name, but he was with Toyota. Now, Mini and Toyota was really competitive throughout this entirety of the series. They were really like switching places of first and, you know, second and really going back and forth. And it was definitely an insightful, you know, thing to see. And I think it came down to basically the last stage between these two teams. You know, these guys were really pushing it. And then, of course, there was Carlos Sainz Sr., not Junior. Junior's in F1. Carlos Sainz Sr., he likes to do his off-road stuff. He will be participating in Extreme E coming up in April, no longer in March, because they have a whole bunch of stuff that they have to get done and they keep extending shit. I hope they don't continue extending it, but I don't really have control over that, so whatever. Carlos Sainz Sr., he was with Mini as well. He came in third, and there was another Toyota and a BRX for fourth and fifth. Now, like I said, the gap between this was about an hour and a half between, I think, one and third, and then the hour between one and the gap of time between one and fifth was almost 3 hours. So definitely it shows you like the kind of things that can go, that it really goes on, like the extensuality, I don't think that's a word, but like the extensive distance of what the Dakar Rally really is. And you know, it's something that a lot of people don't seem to understand, but you know, once you watch it and you actually, you know, spend some time with it, maybe watch a couple highlights, you know, watch a couple breakdowns, you'll see exactly like how the race is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll understand why there's 3-4 hour gaps between cars and all that stuff. Obviously, if you go on like touring stuff, like 24-hour Le Mans or whatever, you know, you might find like 52 minutes to an hour in distance between first and fucking last, but you're not gonna find, you know, that type of stuff between first and second or first and third. You know what I'm saying? Guys are usually keeping pace fairly well, but with the Dakar Rally, it's totally different. It has nothing on, it's not the same. It has no comparison, honestly. Where am I going with this? Now, I said Carlos Sainz Sr., he was my favorite to win simply because, you know, his name, basically, WRC champion, of course, and his son is also making a staple in Formula One, and he's also participating, like I said, in the Extreme E's inaugural season starting in April, hopefully. It's only about five stages, or 5 events, 7 stages each, but you know, it's something that I would definitely be tuning into, and I suggest that you do as well. Now, Dakar is definitely a good preemptive like off-road event leading up to Extreme E. You know what I'm saying? I feel as though Extreme E could have somehow used that to like market-wise, but hey, they didn't, and I mean, hey, all props to them. They know what they're doing. They can handle whatever. I just figured like it would be like the perfect place to showcase their vehicle or something like that. But they're doing their own thing. A quick update in that though, Jenson Button has the 2009 Formula One champion. Jenson Button has joined up in Extreme E with his own team. I believe it's JBEXE. He has now created his own team and he will be a driver. I don't know if I did a breakdown of Extreme E, but I will do that in a separate video on my YouTube channel. So head over to my YouTube channel, okay? And make sure that you definitely check out my breakdown on this. It will be coming out around the same time as this podcast, probably later on in the week. So just head on over there, hit that subscribe button, and show love for your boy. Now, where was I on the Dakar? Now the first place winners, like I said, for the bikes, it was Kevin Benitez. For the quad, it was Manuel Andujar. For the lightweight vehicle, it was Francisco Lopez Cantardo. For the trucks, it was Dmitry Sotnikov. For the car, like I said, Stefan Peter Hansel. The original by Motul, where unfortunately Pierre Turpin had passed away, is, I don't know how to say this man's name, Arunas Gelesninkas, I think. I don't know. For the side-by-side vehicles is Francisco Lopez again, and for the classics, it's Mark Dutton, or Dutton, however you pronounce his name. I don't know, I'm not their parent, but those are the champions. And like I said, this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different classes of vehicles, all participating in the same event, all doing the same exact, like, real rugged racing and off-road style, all that kind of things. It's definitely something to watch, definitely something to really pay attention to. For the bikers, you got, for the off-road guys, the KTM, you know, Honda. I'm not sure if Yamaha participated, but they definitely should have. It would have been incredible. I feel like they participated, but I don't know. I haven't seen any Yamaha news coming out of the Dakar Rally. I watched a good bit of it. I didn't watch a ton of it because I have stuff to do nowadays, but I watched a good bit of it, you know, during my off times, and it's always something to see. Plenty of crashes for anybody who's interested in those types of things. I don't know why you would be, but there's plenty of those and all that kind of stuff too. Obviously, like I said, racing is dangerous, but it's where people who really, you know, love that thrill, they feel free. You know what I'm saying? Like, they feel at peace. Basically, I'm trying to think of a quote that I heard, I think in a video game, but I'm not sure where exactly I heard it at, but that's okay. I just dropped something, but whatever. Stepping away from the Dakar Rally though, yes, I am an old man. I am an old soul. I got my notes on paper and I got it right in front of me. So y'all might see me looking down from time to time, but it's okay. It's okay. This is what I do. I don't really know where I'm at right now. Yeah, let's take a little break in between. I just want to say, I don't know where I'm at. Happy New Year. Basically, I'm pretty late on that. Like really late. But hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's still January, so therefore it still counts. But anyway, WRC Monte Carlo has just passed. Like I said, it is January 25th. It just passed yesterday. It just passed yesterday. Just finished up yesterday, and boy, oh boy, was I tuned to the TV. Well, technically to my computer. I wasn't near a TV at the time. Well, I was near a TV, but like, yeah, whatever. But this episode is basically off-road themed. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much off-road themed. Now, Seb Ogier takes his 8th. Well, actually, first of all, Seb Ogier takes the first win of the season at Monte Carlo. Right? First win, first race, Monte Carlo. This is his 8th win at Monte Carlo. So he now has a new record. He now holds the record for the most wins at Monte Carlo. And of course, this is his farewell season. So there's probably going to be someone later on who's going to take that off. But what a way to start off your farewell season, Seb. What a way to start it off. What a way to really show just how good you are. Man, that was great to see. And of course, Takamoto Katsuta, impressive run all throughout, you know, all the stages of Monte Carlo. Came in 6th. Definitely someone that I will be keeping my eye on. I don't know what the hell he be typing on his Twitter. I do not feel like using Google Translate, but man, I like seeing what I like seeing what I'm seeing from the kid. I like seeing what I'm seeing from him. But going back to Seb, he seals his 50th win. And I think it's been him and Julian Ignacio for like forever. So I believe Ignacio, however you say his name, he also technically has that record as well. Now, Elfyn Evans, he finished 2nd. Elfyn Evans is, you know, up to par with Seb on some occasions. He didn't feel like, you know, pushing. Sometimes he dwindles, sometimes he really performs, but he never ever drops underneath 4th. So he's definitely a consistent rally driver. You know, Toyota had a 1-2 finish overall, of course, for Monte Carlo, and Thierry Neuville rounded up 3rd for Hyundai. He had a hard-fought time, honestly, and I mean, in the power stage, he could have came back and really put down that pressure on Elfyn Evans, but he decided to just, finish it off and keep pace, and he really did do that. He really did perform well, and of course, you know, he finished off 3rd. And in the news, him and his ex-co-driver had split, and he has a new co-driver. I have no idea what his name is, but whatever. He has a new co-driver, and they're on a successful run. I mean, it's only been, you know, one event, obviously, but of course that event has multiple stages. So hey, they perform fairly well to be coming in third. You got to be relatively, you know, you got to be relatively consistent to get that. So props to them on their new pairing and their new relationship. Now, Toyota, like I stated, got the 1-2 finish. This comes along with the debut of their new team principal. So props to him, because, you know, if they look good, he look good. I don't know how to say his name. Jarimati Latvala. I'm just going to say it like that. Now, Toyota had 4 cars within this top 6. And in rally, it's like, I think it's like top 8 or something like that. That's really like the top performance cars or whatever, like the people who really perform the best. I'm pretty sure like that's when like the point system falls off greatly. Now they had 4 cars in the top 6 running, plus the 1-2 overall finish, of course. M Sport had a tough time staying in contention for best performances. M Sport's Timu, I don't know how to say this man's name, but Timu, he was pushing hard on the opening stage, and I'm guessing he misjudged grip, lost it, and M Sport's hopes, along with Timu's Fiesta, ended up going down a mountain. Not far, but ended up going down a mountain. Everybody's cool though. Everybody's all right. Everybody's happy. Well, obviously they're not happy, but everybody's relatively, you know, safe as of right now. Now, with the final results, of course, that's Sebastian Ogier, Elfyn Evans, Thierry Neuville, Kaya Vervampara, Danny Sordo rounded up 5th, and number 6 was Takamoto Katsuta with Toyota. Damn. Oh my goodness, I want to see way more out of this kid. In the last at Monza, he actually did fairly impressive on the power stage at the end of the race. He did fairly impressive, and by fairly impressive, I mean he came in first for the power stage and really put down the medal. So I know that he's definitely capable of a lot of good things, and I want to see him really put down like some pressure on Elfyn and Sebastian, because I know, hey man, he knew but not new at the same time. Like, he definitely don't have the experience that the other 2 have, and of course, you know, but I see it, and I'm really hoping that he's gonna put down some pressure. But Sebastian Ogier, what a way to start off your season! What a way to start off your farewell tour! My goodness! Congrats on the win, and congrats on the new record. You too, Julian. Now, I don't really have much else, okay? I don't really have much else. I am sorry. The Daytona definitely has taken place. The Daytona 24, you know, all the qualifying, all that stuff took place. All those things took place. I don't have all my notes together on that yet. That's probably going to be a standalone podcast episode. If not, it will probably be a part of more of a road racing team themed episode. So listen in next week, because like I said, this is a weekly podcast show. Well, I didn't say that yet, but this is a weekly podcast show. So stick around. And if you're watching the YouTube version, subscribe, man. Subscribe. Let, you know, show brother some love. And by all means, there is going to be, you know, an abundance of content coming out on my YouTube. Not just these podcast episodes. Like, I mean, I got a whole, you know, I got episodes ready right here. I got 4, 5, 6, 7 things scheduled, ready to go. There's other stuff that I have set up ready to go. Well, it's not ready to go because I got to upload it and all the other kind of stuff and yada, yada, yada. But I got a lot of things that are definitely on the verge of doing what I needed to do. So if you're listening to the audio version, head on over to my YouTube channel. There will be a link in the description, so you can copy and paste that. Or you can just head on over to YouTube and type in Tarig Waldron, Tarigwaldron, like the Tarig Waldron Motorsport Show. Same spelling, whatever. Hold on, I just had to take me a sip of water. Now, sticking with off-road, like I stated, Extreme E has Jensen Button now. You know, it has Hamilton's team as well, but I think Hamilton's team has Carlos Sainz Jr. on it. Not Junior, Senior on it. Oh, actually, no, my bad. I think I had Sebastian Ogier on it. Yeah, I think I had Seb Ogier on it, and that kind of, that's some big name in the off-road world. There are definitely a bunch of people who are going to be, impacting this a lot. The Extreme E is split amongst male and female. Everyone gets equal drive time and all that stuff. It's all about raising awareness, and the places that they chose are places that have been greatly affected by, global warming, and humans basically have been negatively affected and impacted by the things that we've done. Now, where was I going with this? Like I said, it's coming up in April. Hopefully, they did push it back from March, but it should be coming up in April. They're getting everything lined up. But I mean, with Jensen Button and his team just now joining, is that gonna change stuff? Like, this is the kind of stuff that runs through my head, because I cannot wait for the Extreme E Live to pop up. It's all electric off-road racing. Now, when it first came out, don't get me wrong, I did say that it looked slow. I did say that these trucks look slow, but after seeing them more and more, and after seeing them perform, after seeing what actual drivers can do with these things, man, I'm telling you, it's something that you're gonna definitely want to check out. It's something that you're gonna definitely want to check out. And I'm glad that the topic of this episode is really just sticking with off-road. I don't know what I'm going to title it yet, but just sticking with off-road, okay? I'm glad that this is where I'm at with it. But Extreme E is definitely something that I want everyone to be hyped for. I want everyone to support it. It's not only for a good cause, but it has some of the biggest names in all the motorsport racing tied to it. Lewis Hamilton, Seb Ogier, now Jensen Button, the former F1 champion. You know what I'm saying? It has, I don't know a lot of the females' names, I'll be honest with you, but this is definitely going to raise awareness on who they are and what they can do. And there's other big names that were tied to this, like Sebastian Vettel was a part of the testing stuff as well. And there were a whole lot of other names, like I said, Carlos Sainz Sr., all those kinds of people that are tied to this, that are tied to not only, the testing and qualifying, but also tied to the actual racing and all that, and tied to the teams and all those kinds of things. This is going to be a standout event. This inaugural season I'm hoping it goes off without a hitch, and I'm hoping that it really does get, all the things that it needs, the commercial impact and all that, and all those kinds of things that I know it can bring, basically. I want to see it succeed. I want to see it succeed, and I will be talking about it, watching it, pushing out news about it, all those kinds of things. I am glad. Head on over to my Instagram. You could, anytime Extreme, I follow their page. Anytime they post something, it goes straight to my story. So definitely head on to my Instagram. That should be up in this corner, right? It should be up in this corner now. I put all my stuff up here now. So definitely head on over, head to that stuff and definitely check it out. Okay, definitely check it out. And Extreme E is it's going to be all across the world. Well, I think they're making it basically all across the world. And they're going to those areas really impacted by global warming, and they're really impacted by human negativity and all those kinds of things. I think, and they're going to be on a boat or something like that during that time. I think they're going to be, literally on a boat, like basically the paddock is going to be a floating paddock, because they're going to be on a ship or something like that, and they're going to travel the world and all those kinds of things. So definitely something that I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what, all the things that these guys do, and I can't wait when it becomes a legitimate competition, when guys are really just going out there to be fast. And of course, the underlying meaning behind all of this is raising awareness and being green and all that kind of stuff. So definitely hope all of this goes off without a hitch. I'm a fan, and it hasn't even happened yet. In my honest opinion, I am a fan, and I cannot wait for not only the inaugural season, but I can't wait for the next one after that. Just saying, Extreme E, as of right now, you have been doing everything right. Keep it up and don't do it. that's about it for the episode, man. I don't really have much else. I don't really know what else I can really talk about. I'm not sure if there's more off-road stuff that I might have missed. I mean, yeah, there's probably some dirt bike stuff and maybe and some dirt track stuff that I probably missed. I only checked at the dirt track a little bit. I didn't watch a whole lot of it. I had a lot of things. I have a lot of things that I do now, and I don't really have some of the time that I have. But hey, man, maximum effort all the time, 24/7. So I will still be doing everything that I need to do. And I know I said I was going to be recording these episodes a little bit more. If I had the time, by all means, I will. If I don't, it'll just be once a week. Other than that, though, head on over to my YouTube channel at Tarig Waldron. If you're listening to the audio version, links will be in the description. If you're watching the video version, hit that subscribe button. And there will be a ton more episodes to come. There will be a lot more things that I will be doing on the channel. So by all means, just hit that subscribe button. And you won't be waiting long, I promise you. A couple days, honestly, you will not be waiting long. And follow me on my social medias. It's one of the best places to interact with me. And you know, definitely some insightful stuff that could pop up on there. If you want news and updates on the motorsports world, by all means, head on over to my Twitter. If you want, you know, some quick glimpses into the Extreme E Live, or if you want to see classic cars and stuff like that, head on over to my Instagram at Tarig Waldron. And if you want to hear insightful conversation, well, no. If you want to get, you know, some insightful tidbits and some, you know, some quick thoughts and stuff like that, some insightful questions that you can answer in the comments and all that kinds of things, head on over to my TikTok at the Big Ticket 07. It is I'm just now really getting into it. So, you know, after I'm going to be putting out some more time into it. So I have a whole abundance of stuff that's going to be on there, but follow me on there as well. Other than that, man, peace. I hope everyone has a great day. I hope everyone, you know, really goes out there and do what they need to do and really celebrate their life. I hope everyone has a wonderful time doing whatever you do for fun. 2021, I don't necessarily know what all is going to be going on this year, but hey, live it up while you can, live it up as best as you can, and live it up as safe as you can. But of course, if you're someone who likes to chase speed like me, if you feel safe, you ain't going fast enough. But always remember that it comes with a price. Just saying.